what a great week. What a great week. And ooh, there's something on the wall. Hold on. Like a caterpillar? I don't know what that is, but he's going outside. Ugh, I put that little critter back outside, so I don't even know where I was. I don't even know. So I'm just gonna start all over. Hi everyone, I'm Barbara. Welcome to my channel and welcome to a update basically on what's been going on. Had a very busy week. We have a few other things going on, so I thought I'd share those with you. I normally do style unboxings, lifestyle boxes, reviews, a vlog here and there, maybe a little bit of cooking here and there. So I want to tell you about my visit with Angela from Angela Masson, who just left yesterday. Today is Monday, June 28th, January. I know, where is the year gone? Okay, so I made some notes in bold, so I don't have to keep putting my glasses on and off because I want to share everything. Try to, give you as much information as I can without boring you about our trip. But I wanted to start off by letting you know about my little grandson, Emmerick, who has leukemia and Dravet syndrome. He had to go into the hospital today. It's planned for chemo treatment. This is the one they give him, and then they have to flush it. Like they give it to him and then, then they flush it all out, and then his number has to be a certain number before he's allowed to go home. The first dose was really, really hard on him. He was there 8 days in the hospital. The second dose, they decreased it for obvious reasons because he had such a hard time. He should only be there 4 days, max. So he was home on, they released him at midnight after day 3. And they feel like they didn't give him enough. So now he just went back in today. It's usually every 2 weeks, but it's been every 3 or 4 weeks, it seems like. So he's in there today. They're gonna up the dose. Mike and I are going to drive out to Ohio tomorrow. This was not a planned trip, but we decided that there's some things going on at home in Ohio and Cincinnati that we just feel like with us being there, we'll be able to add some help. So we decided that, yep, we're gonna drive. So we're leaving tomorrow morning. Normally I'm driving, we leave at 6 a.m. But because of a situation that happened. Okay, so Angela, my friend Angela Masson was here last week. She got here on Sunday. My husband, Mike, left on Sunday for a guy's golf outing. They go on every single year. I don't know how long they've been going since something his dad had put together. And his dad's no longer with us, unfortunately. But the guys, my husband and our two brother-in-laws, they rent a cabin, same place every year. And then my husband's best friend is joining them. So while he's gone, Angela came out. All right. Let me tell you, it has been a long night. I feel like I'm tired. Let's just say I'm very tired. So yesterday I took Angela to the airport. We left at 11. Took her to the airport, came home, just kind of did something, caught up on some things, and I was supposed to pick up Mike at 11 p.m. So, I'm kind of okay, make sure I'm going to stay awake. I ate a late dinner, made sure I didn't have a glass of wine. I usually have 1 glass at night. So I'm just kind of trying to stay busy without being tired. So he texts me and he's like, my flight's delayed. So instead of getting at 11, now it's going to be 12. Then it's going to be 12:30. Then it's going to be 1:15. Then it's going to be 2 o'clock. Then it's going to be 3 o'clock. And it kept going back and forth. Oh, they moved it up. Oh, they moved it out. Oh, the plane is here. But it was delayed, the one that they were waiting to get on. And he's in Dallas. He came from Portland, Oregon to Dallas, Texas. And then he was supposed to fly to DCA. So he says, I'm 3 a.m. My gosh, I am going to have to, I set the alarm. I turn my volume all the way up on my phone because I'm a sound sleeper. And he couldn't get in by himself because he doesn't have a key. And I will explain that. So it ended up, they had to cancel the flight. There was a mechanical issue. They were on the plane. There was a mechanical issue. They couldn't get it fixed. And then by the time that, I don't know if they did get it fixed or no, they were going to put them on another plane, but they needed to get another flight crew because they had already did their limited time. They're only allowed to, I guess, work so many hours in a day. So they had gone past that because there was such a delay that they couldn't get another crew in. So they said, we are canceling the flight tonight. Yeah. And this happened about 12:30 this morning, and I'm like dying to go to sleep. But I wanted to wait and make sure I knew when he was, because the time kept changing. He told me, he said, you know, he just said, he calls me Love Bug. He says, Love Bug, just go to bed. He said, don't worry about it. I'm like, well, I got to worry about it if you come home in the middle of the morning, you know. So he said, you know, they canceled it. He was going to see about getting a hotel. They gave him a food voucher. Nothing's open at that time of night. They gave him a hotel voucher, but it was all the way downtown. He said then he'd have to come back so early. He probably, no suitcase. He checked everything because he had his golf clubs. So he's like, oh, I'm checking my golf clubs, might as well check my bag. And he normally takes a carry-on. Nothing. He had blue jeans on, a golf shirt, and then thank goodness he had a sweatshirt because it gets cold in the airport. No toothbrush, no nothing. So just this little briefcase that he carries, you know, business stuff in. So he ended up sleeping in the airport. He sent me a photo. I'm like, oh my gosh. And he's 6'1", around 6'1", 6'2", probably 6'1". So he's not a short guy and he's not a skinny guy. And this is what he had to sleep on. So he ended up, last night, ended up getting a flight that was supposed to leave this morning at 7 a.m. And I think he slept by the gate that he was supposed to be at. And then but he had to fly, no direct flights, poor guy, fly directly to Florida, Pensacola, Florida, and then to DCA. So he's not supposed to get in until 2:30 today. And what time is it? Oh, I don't have my watch on. I think it's around noon right now. And now that's delayed. Now he's not going to get into like 3:03. I'm like, oh my gosh, this poor guy. He is just feeling miserable. He says, I'm stinky. I feel gross. I need to brush my teeth. And, you know, didn't eat well, just kind of like snacky stuff. So poor guy. And then we're going to get up tomorrow morning and we're going to fly. We're going to drive to Cincinnati. So I'll do all the driving. He can sleep. I'm not sure how long we're going to be there. It's just however long we are needed. And then we'll come back to Virginia because we're supposed to be here all month, the whole month of July. But that's okay. You know what? Family, you do what you got to do. You know, we said that we would come and my daughter said that would be great. So we're going to go. All right. Let me talk about, and I know I'm already like so many minutes into this, and I want to tell you about my week with Angela Masson, and I'll put her channel name on the screen. A lot of you guys know how we met. There's also some live vlogs, and I'll mention those also. So, okay. So actually, Angela didn't come on Sunday. No, she didn't. See, I'm so tired. And my husband left on Sunday. Angela came on Tuesday at 4:30. But I have to mention that I met a viewer, Karen. I'm not going to say your last name because I don't know if you want me to. She was in town visiting her son and daughter-in-law and her granddaughter, Anna. Oh, she's so cute. We met on Monday. We met at this little bakery place. We sat outside. It was so hot. They don't have seats inside, so you kind of have to sit outside. And she's new to you too. We had such a nice conversation. I got to meet her son, her daughter-in-law, and her sweet little granddaughter, Anna. And we just didn't have enough time. I mean, we needed more time. But they were her ride, and Anna was getting a little fussy. She had had enough. But it was so nice to meet you, Karen, if you're watching. Really appreciate you reaching out to me. So that was nice. Okay. Tuesday is when I actually picked up Angela. See, I can't remember. I'm glad I have my notes. So Tuesday I picked up Angela at the airport, And after that, we came back to my house because I live real close to the airport. And then she knows that there's a restaurant that Mike and I go to all the time. It's called TJ's. And I usually get a salad or a burger or something. It's really simple, you know, American food, but it's always good. And we always sit outside. So we went there and I said, okay, well, you know, I got her settled and everything. And I said, okay, well, let's get back in the car. And she goes, can't we walk? I'm like, yeah, we can walk. It's about a little over a mile and it's all back, you know, roads and stuff. So it felt a little longer to her because she's never walked it before, but it was all good. So we did that. And then we just sat around and talked. And just, I think that's, I don't know. I think we just sat around and talked all night because her and I, you know, we can talk. Okay. Then the next day, Wednesday. Oh my gosh. This was a packed full day. And I have to tell you, our weather had turned where it was beautiful. It wasn't humid. It wasn't too hot. It was just perfect weather while she was here. So Wednesday, she wanted to, you know, she just told me I, you know, would take walks in the morning, and the walks that I would take, she wanted to go that route. So we didn't go the entire route. She didn't bring our walking shoes. Angela, you didn't bring your walking shoes. And she knows this is a walkable area, but you know, she has shoes that were comfortable, but you can only go so far in them. And I have feet problems, so you know, it probably worked out really well. But we walked my neighborhood. We walked, I kind of took her the way that I go and pointed out things. And we ended up going to Crystal City. And we walked towards there. And one of the places we stopped at was, I wanted to show her this brand new apartment building that was built. There's a lot of construction going on here. And they're building a new metro station, like less than a mile from my house. And so I wanted her to see that. This is what kind of I see when I walk. So I showed her the apartment complex, and then, you know, she pointed to these chairs. I'm like, well, let's go check them out. So there's these neat little chairs that you can swing in, sit outside. There were some other chairs. We walked by a glass window and there was some guy inside and he was working. It was a long table. I'm like, hi. He's just working away. He's probably like, what are those ladies doing? Peeked inside the window and there's this neat little, like, I guess it's a coffee bar for the residents there. So that was kind of neat to see. And then from there, we went a little further and we saw there's this statue with the eyes. And I said, oh, we got to get a picture. You know, we might come back. Well, I was hoping we'd take another walk and just go a little further. But I'm so glad we got this photo of the eyes. So we did that. And then what else did we do? Oh, and then we're walking back towards my house. You know, that's as far as we went. And there's a nice little park there and stuff that I wanted her to see for the, you know, in between apartment buildings. And then what do we do? One of the things that, you know, I talked to her about, I'm like, I don't plan dinners. I don't plan because I just walk down to the store. You know, it's 4 blocks, maybe 5 blocks, and they're not real big blocks, less than a mile. And she said, you know, let's go to Giant. I'm like, yeah, we got to go to Giant. So we walked in our grocery store and we kind of looked around. I said, you know, things are usually picked up, but it's actually pretty good. We bought some items and stuff and just a few things. Cause I said, you know, we'll play day by day. It's just the two of us. And if we need something, we'll just walk the Giant and come right back. All right, ladies. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, we had an incident. We sure did. So we're carrying our groceries. You know, we have a lot because we knew we were walking. And so we get to my house and I'm like digging around my pockets. I'm like, uh-oh, where's my key? Yeah, where's my house key? So I carry one key. I've been doing this for 7 years and I have walked with other people. So it's not that distraction. It's just, I don't know what happened. I think maybe my mask, I put a tissue in my pocket, my keys, I have a credit card in my back pocket and my driver's license in case something ever happens to me. And I sometimes put my phone in my other back pocket. So this is what I do all the time. Well, I could not find the key. I panicked. Now it's getting warm out and I'm like, seriously, I can't find my key. So I kind of went back a little bit. Oh, I called the fire department because they're 4 blocks down. I called the fire department hoping they'd come, Jimmy open my door or something, and then I would call locksmith. No, after staying on hold for a while. I did not call the 911. I called the non-emergency number and they said, oh no, ma'am, you have to call locksmith. I'm like, oh crap. So I left Angela on the sidewalk right in front of my house, and there's a tree and there's some little shade and stuff there. So I said, I've got to call locksmith. While I'm calling, I'm going to backtrack and see if I can find the key. It was on just one key on a little chain that said, I think it said Cincinnati Children's Hospital. It's a little round thing. And that's it. So I thought, okay, we went into Target on our way back to Giant. So I went into Giant first and nothing was turned in. So then I went into Target, which is like another block down. And because that's where I pulled out my mask to go into Giant. Couldn't find it. Nobody turned it in there or Giant. I did somewhat of a loop where I thought I might have tried to pull a tissue out or the mask. Could not find it. And the entire time I'm on the phone, called a locksmith. First one said, I just said, hey Google, and I don't want to say it because she'll probably start searching for one. I needed a locksmith. So I just called the very first one on the list. This was around, I don't know, I think it was around 11:30 maybe, when this all started happening. 5 o'clock. Yeah. 5 o'clock. I'm like, that's not going to work. So, and my house is sealed up tight, ladies. I mean, there's no way to break into this house. I mean, I'm sure, real crook could, but there's screens. The windows are always locked. The doors are always locked. We have a tall fence in the back, and I said, I'm going to jump over the fence and just see if by any chance I left the window unlocked over my, sink, this window here. And I'm like, no, I know I didn't, because I just had cleaned the top of that and I always double check the locks. So I know that was, so I said, forget it. I would have had to have somebody hoist me over that fence anyways, because it's tall, it's a privacy fence. So I walked, and so I had to call another locksmith. He said, oh, I can't get there for an hour. And I'm like, well, that beats 5 o'clock. And I said, okay, well, wait. He said, let me know if you find the key. I said, okay. So I looked, I did half the walk. Couldn't find it. So I called him back and I said, look, I'm walking this area. I can't find my key. So we definitely do need you. When, do you think you'll be here? And he said, about an hour. Great. So I come back, give Angela the bad news, and we're just she's just hanging out underneath, moving with the shade of the tree. 2 hours later, he shows up. Yeah, we're sitting on this patio, on this walkway where people walk by and waiting. And I called him. He's like, I'm getting ready to leave. I'm like, okay. And here he was like quarter mile from my house. I mean, he got here fast. And I was like, well, dang. So he gets here. Really nice guy. When I was on the phone with him, I said, can you change all the locks in my house? Because I don't know who's going to grab that key. Can you just change all the locks in my house while you're here? And he said, well, how many do you have? And I said, 5 locks. He's like, no, I don't have time for that today. I'm like, dang. I said, okay, well, I'll make an appointment for you, to change that lock, and come back. So he gets the door unlocked. He said, it took a little bit for him. He said, well, this could go fast or depends how good the lock is. Apparently it's pretty good. So that's good, because where we live, the street's like right there, right out my front door. So he gets us in. And he says, and when he gets us in, he goes, would you like me to change all those locks for you? I'm like, yes, please. Yes. I said, do you have time? And he said, yes. And I said, how much for each lock? He said, $25. And I'm like, he could have said $100 each, and I would have said fine, because I was desperate. So he changed all the locks. Okay, ladies, this man was very talkative. He was very sweet. He was probably, I would say, around my age. Very talkative. He told some stories, and we're standing in the kitchen. And he gives me my bill, and he said that's going to be, yeah, not bad for, $1,000. I think he said 1,000. And I knew that that's not how much the bill was, but Angela's like freaking out, and she can't wait till he leaves so she can say something. And we couldn't get him to leave. I had to kind of nudge, like, okay, you can go now. We're good. You can go now. So he told some stories, and I was just like, do you believe him or not? He's kind of like a jokester, really nice guy. So finally got him out. And then Angela says, was that bill really $1,000? I'm like, no, it's $214. He only charged me $85 for emergency, come unlock my front door. And then there's tax and stuff. And then $100 for each, or $25 for each lock. So I didn't think that was bad at all. I thought it was really, really good. And he's a small businessman. And he's been in business for, I can't remember how long he said. Do you remember, Angela? I don't know. But anyways, I am like talking about this guy so much. I'm already 20 minutes in, so I better move on. So that's why I had to wait up for Mike last night or today, and I have to be home because he has the old key. He can't get in if I'm not here or if I'm not awake. So I was a little concerned. Okay, so that happened on Wednesday. Let me see. Oh, there's more than Wednesday. So once we came in, we made something to eat. I don't even remember what we made to eat, but we ate something. Then we decided we're going to go on a bike ride. Okay, Mike and I have bikes, but they're in Cincinnati. We took those one of the times when we went so we could get some exercise while we're there, and they're still there because we're going to keep going back while Emmerick's going through this process. So we rented some bikes from Capital Bike Share, and that was kind of like, it wasn't real easy to begin with to get that done. And, the app and what to do, because I've never rented them before. They're really nice bikes. They're really, really nice. So we went, it was at least one way, at least 4 miles, at least. And I should have had my Apple Watch on and I forgot to turn it on. But it was really nice. We stopped and we saw, you could see the Washington Monument. We stopped at Gravity Park where you can see the planes either coming in or landing. So we did that. What else did we do? Let me look at my notes. Oh gosh, I don't want this to be too long. So we did that, and on the way back, I'm like, oh, we go a little further, Angela, we're gonna be able to see the Pentagon. And she just keeps going. She's ahead of me that time. And I'm like, yelling, Angela, Angela. She couldn't hear me. So finally, stop. And I'm like, you missed the Pentagon. She goes, where? I didn't see it. I'm like, it's across the road. So we got to go back. So that's just kind of surreal to me. Like I live where it's just, the President of the United States lives here. We have all these monuments and, the Pentagon, you can go there. I don't know with COVID, I'm not sure what they're doing, but the 9/11, the Pentagon got struck. They have an amazing, amazing memorial, and it's outside, it's benches. It is really something to see if you guys ever come to DC. Just amazing, but we didn't get there, unfortunately. And let's see, what did we do Wednesday night? I think we were tired and we were hot and we were sweaty, and I was terrified I was gonna lose the house key. So I made sure I left something unlocked so that if I did, we could get in. So I think we stayed in for dinner. I'm pretty sure we did. Let's see. So that was Wednesday. That was a full day. We were tired. So, we watched a movie on Netflix. I don't remember what we watched, but we watched something. Okay, it'll probably come to me. And then Thursday, what did we do? We went to Old Town, and we drove. We didn't walk, but we could have walked. but it's probably about a good, where we would want to go, probably a good 2 miles probably to get to where we wanted to be. So we went to Old Town and we kind of just walked the main street, which is King Street. It's where the cute little shops are. We went into, the stores that looked interesting, and I haven't walked in a long time. Where did we do? Oh, we stopped at one store. I'm not going to tell you what Angela bought because I don't know. I know some of them are gifts, so I don't know. I just don't want to say anything. That's up to her. But we went into this store called 10,000 Villages. And they have artisan-made products, fair trade, handcrafted items. And I bought 2 items in there. There was something else I wanted to get, but I'm like, I'll come back. I bought this. I heard the sales clerk talking about this pouch and showing it to this woman in the store. So I was kind of eavesdropping. I was kind of looking. I'm like, that sounds interesting. So it's a microwave baking pouch, a simple way to bake your potatoes, cook corn on the cob, or warm bread. And I'm sure you can get these other places. But it's a nice little pouch. Obviously, I haven't done anything with it yet. I don't know who this is made by. See, there's no tags or anything on it. Here's the directions, so I'll have to read those. But I guess you just put it in here. It's instead of using paper towels or whatever you do when you put your baked potato in the microwave. So this would be good for Mike because he loves bread. So I bought this. How much did I pay for this? This was $16.99. Okay, I think that's expensive, but it's supposed to be handmade. And so I'm okay paying more for something that is handmade. The other item I bought was this beautiful necklace. It's handmade. I don't know where it's from, actually. Look at how pretty this is. The leaves. It is adjustable. This was $39.99. I think it's really cute. I went between, they had a shorter one, and I thought, Angela said, well, which one will you get more wear out of? Well, I have my short necklaces that I love, so I decided to go with something a little different. And one of the things that I look for in jewelry is the design of it, to make sure it's on both sides. Some of them are just, a nice on one side and the other side's just plain. I want, unless it's really, unless it's a $2, $5 piece of jewelry. So this I would really, really like. It actually looks good with this necklace. Yes, I have jean shorts on. I don't know where these are from. But let's see, what else? Okay, so I got this. What else did we do? Oh, there was a mural on the wall. And what I would like to do is find all the murals. Okay, where was I? Mike had just sent me a text, so I stopped filming to see what he said. He's in his seat in Pensacola, and his flight now is going to get in at 3:09, but at least he's on the plane. So unless another text comes through, oops, there's a problem, we got to get off the plane, he's going to be home. Poor guy. I feel so bad for him. Okay, what was I telling you? I think I told you that we went to see a mural on a wall. Really, really neat. Be the change you want to see. So we got our photos taken in front of that. Really, I just love seeing the murals on the walls. And I don't know, there's just something special about them. Sometimes they're temporary, sometimes they're on there for a long time. And actually I Googled to see where there were some in Old Town. And this one actually said that I think it was supposed to be gone already. And I'm like, oh, that one's gone. And then we run into it. So that was fun. We also went to I took her to the Torpedo Factory. The Torpedo Factory, they changed that into a artist area. So inside, and I had some footage of Angela and it's gone. I don't know what happened to it. Of like artists rent out booths. and you can go in there and shop their particular item, and it's really neat to see them in there. I mean, we were there on a Thursday late afternoon, so they're probably more there on the weekend. So we did that. That was a lot of fun. What else did we do? I feel like we stopped somewhere. Oh, we ate at a place called, oh wait, let me back up. Really pretty waterfront. I don't think we took any footage of that. I mean, I don't know, we didn't take a lot of footage of a lot of stuff, seems like. We went to a restaurant. We walked to a restaurant called Grain and Feed, a place I really, really like. I was starving. Angela was not, but she said she would get something. So she got an appetizer, fried green tomatoes, and I tried one. I mean, they're good, but it's more her thing than mine. So I got a Caesar salad. I've never had their Caesar salad. I usually get a burger. And we sat outside. It was so pretty out. It is the best Caesar salad I have ever had. Yes, I don't know what they put in it. It had the best flavor. I didn't put any protein on it. It was so good. So good. So we did that, and then, see, that was, what else did we do? And then we came back because we had, it was a late lunch. We came back, that was Thursday. Oh, we did Angela's live. If you haven't seen it, check out her channel, Angela Masson, and watch our live on there. We answered a lot of questions that you guys have sent in, and we didn't get to them all, and we knew we were gonna do a live on my channel, so we're just kind of like, what are we gonna talk about when we do my live? So, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that. So we did that live, and then once that was over, we were just kind of like, whew, okay. Because we were both a little nervous. She gets a little nervous right before, and I wasn't nervous because it was her channel, so I'm just like, I'll just follow her lead. I'll just sit back, But because I've never done one before, so I didn't really know what to expect. So that was nice. And then after the live, we started watching a series. We found a series, or maybe we watched a movie. I think while she was here, we watched 2 movies. But then we started a new series called The 4400 on Netflix. We got hooked. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. I watched quite a few episodes last night trying to stay awake for, to go get my husband. And look it up. I'm not going to tell you what it's about because I've already talked way too much, but it's really good. She even texted Mark, her husband, and said, watch the first episode of this so we can watch together when I get home. Well, her and I ended up watching three episodes together. So we did that on Thursday. We stayed in. I think maybe we just snacked or something. I can't remember what we did for dinner that night. I'm sure we stayed in after the live. I don't know. Maybe we went to dinner. I can't remember. No, I think we ended up staying in. Okay, and talked. She wanted to relax. She wanted to see some things, but she also wanted to relax. So we did a lot of relaxing, but we did stuff. I don't know if that makes sense. All right, Friday. Friday, we went to a vegan restaurant. It was a vegan bakery, I guess. It's in Alexandria. We walked to it, and I'm not a fan. They had a donut. The donut was good. It was just a regular donut, cake donut with chocolate on it. So Angela we'll watch. Okay, here's Angela eating we're at a vegan breakfast place. So a breakfast sandwich with egg, cheese, sausage.
On a donut.
On a donut.
So, this is gonna be interesting because it's on a donut instead of like some kind of bun or whatever. So we'll see. It's kind of sticky, So my opinion is it's not as good as a Starbucks Impossible breakfast sandwich. It's okay, but I don't really, for me, like the sweetness of the donut in it. Which is weird. You would think, give me the sweet, right? A donut. Who doesn't like a donut? But combined with the cheese, the egg, and the sausage, for me, I'd rather have like a roll or something like that.
Yeah, she's had better, and it was on a donut, but it's all vegan. All of it is vegan. So that was fun. I'm glad we got to try it. But yeah, I bought a breakfast sandwich. I did not. Oh, no. I can't eat the vegan meat. No, it's not for me. Okay, so that was Thursday. No, that was Friday. And then after we had the vegan breakfast, we walked back to my house. We kind of got dressed. We went to Walmart's. Yeah, we did our Walmart shopping. Yep. She introduced me to Walmart, and I'm not going to say too much about it. We went to two, and you'll have to watch Angela's Walmart haul. I think she's posting it Monday, today, which is actually Monday, June 28th. But I think it goes on, it'll be posted at 4 p.m. I'm not sure when you're going to see this, my vlog. So check that out. So I'm not going to say anything about it. Yeah, check it out. I was surprised. Let me just say that. That's a spoiler. I was surprised. Okay, then Saturday, that's our last full day. Saturday is our last full day. We went to Georgetown because her daughter is a foodie. Like, she can cook. That girl, Julia, she can cook. But there was, I don't know if it was Julia or, Angela, or maybe it was Julia who mentioned this Georgetown cupcakes. They were on TV. So it's supposed to be really popular. So I Googled it. I was like, we got to get there as soon as they open, because Georgetown, I'm driving. Normally that's someplace that Mike would drive us to. And then I would, he takes care of the parking and everything. I can't parallel park. I can, but it's embarrassing. And it takes a while. So I try to avoid that. So we went there. We waited in line. They were only letting one customer in at a time, one party. And all these cupcakes, all these different flavors. So I bought 4 cupcakes to come home and try. And if you watched my live, I think we mentioned it. I think I showed them. And then we walked around really, really cute town. We didn't get very far, but we ended up stopping at a macaroon place. And I don't remember, I'll have to look up the name. I'll put it on the screen. I don't eat macaroons. They're not one of my favorite things to eat. And I love bakery food. But I know Angela likes those. It was a French restaurant. It was really, oh my gosh. The case, it was so tempting. They had these cute little croissants, sandwiches that you could order. They had a little seating area. You could sit outside. So they did have other things other than the macaroons, but that's what I guess they're known for. But they had sandwiches. I think they had a quiche. I love quiche. What else? I don't know what else they had. The desserts looked so good. Oh, so good. And then we just kind of walked around. We were looking for a particular store. We Googled it, and Google took us to not where we really wanted to go. And I'm not going to say what it was, just in case, because she was looking for a gift. And we ended up like underneath the bridge, and there was this really neat like restaurant. It was all open, like it was open air, like I guess the big garage doors. So it was kind of felt like when you were inside, it felt like you were outside, and it's underneath the bridge. It's just like, this is an odd spot to have this, because you can see the back of all these buildings with their dumpster garbages, the dumpsters and stuff. And I was like, but that area, that section was really nice. And there's other stuff around it that was like behind it that was really, really nice. So that was neat. We didn't get down to the waterfront, unfortunately. What else did we do down there? We went to TJ Maxx. We walked past it, and I was like, let's just go in there. I just want to see what it looks like, because from the window, it looked really nice. Oh my gosh, ladies, look at this video. It is really, really a nice TJ Maxx. I want to go back. I'm going to go back there sometime, and when I'm in the mood to shop. I'm going to go back there and look around. And so we did that. She liked it too. Angela liked it. And of course I wanted to go straight back to Home Goods, all the home stuff, but I knew I couldn't, I didn't want to carry anything. Let's see, what else? Okay, so that was kind of our trip to Georgetown. It would have been nice for us to be able to go back there. You don't want to go during rush hour and stuff, and parking. We got there early enough. I was able to park on the street, had a 2-hour limit. So we were like watching our time. We were there almost 2 hours with all the walking and stuff we did. Okay, so then we come back here. What did we do? Oh, we didn't even stop here. We drove. Did we drive? No. We came back here. We put our stuff away because we got cupcakes. And then we walked to the little town behind me, in front of me, basically. Del Rey is the name of the town. Mike and I walk there all the time. At least a minimum once a week, minimum. It's where my UPS store is, and the post office that I like there. It's smaller, and I just feel like I get better service there than the larger one by my house. But I took her to the Dairy Godmother. It's an ice cream place, very small little place. They make the custard themselves there. I mean, it's made there in the machines, and you can see the chocolate and vanilla come out. They have specials during the day, and they just started with vegan ice cream. But they only had 2 flavors, and she wasn't keen on any of those. So they had donuts now. And I'm like, what? Donuts? Where'd these come from? So they get their donuts. I don't even know where they get them from. But so she got a donut, and I got their special of the day, which is apple crumb. Is that apple crumb? Is that what it is, Angela? Apple crumb cake. Apple crumb. I think that's what it is. It's called apple crumb. And then you get 2 things of, it's soft serve custard. Vanilla on top of it. So we found some place to sit. We sat and she ate part of her donut, and I ate my ice cream. Oh my gosh, apple crisp. That's what it's called, apple crisp. Whenever we see apple crisp, Mike and I are like, yeah, let's get that. And we don't share. He gets his, I get mine. So that's kind of like, she really liked Del Rey area. And like I said, that's where we walk a lot. And then what we did is we just, it's like, okay, I was having a live on Saturday at 4 p.m. I was so nervous, you guys. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to do this. She's like, do you want to cancel? I'm like, I can't cancel. We didn't finish answering all the questions from her live on Thursday. We wanted to keep it to an hour. And I wanted to do a little different. I wanted to interact with you guys more. But I can't see the screen without my glasses and the glare and everything. But with Angela and I, we decided that we would try to interact as much as we could with you guys and then answer the questions that we had from, we posted that earlier. So I think it went off pretty well. I enjoyed it very much. We kept it to an hour, actually 1 hour, 1 minute and 1 second. It's weird to see the timestamp on it. It was really, really nice. I mean, I loved interacting with you guys. I don't know if I could do a live by myself, because if I'm talking to you guys and trying to see the questions come through, I'm uncoordinated. I can't do both. My brain doesn't work that way. So I need somebody else that can kind of see the questions that are coming on the screen. And I want to say hi to everybody, but you just can't. And then when you go back after the live, I can go back and see the comments. And I'm like, oh, I missed that. Oh, so you want to say hi to everybody, but you want to keep it going. So if you didn't see the live, I'll leave a link up here or here, one of these. I'll put it up there. It was a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed interacting with you guys. So that was fun. So I don't know if I'll do another one. Let me know what you guys think. If you would like to do another live, I don't know. So we'll see. I would probably do one with someone, but not by myself. No. All right, then what? What else did we do? And then that was Saturday. That was our last day. And then Sunday, she went home. She went home at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock, she went home, and Mike was supposed to be home at 11. That's what I was thinking, at p.m. So she left at 11, and before that, we just sat around. She usually sits at the counter over here, this side or this side. Everything's kind of feels backwards to me. And I'm usually on the couch. I don't know why it works out that way, and she would always get up before me. She was always up like at 5 or 5:30. And I would always get up around 6:30. The sun, we get direct sun in the front of the house, and that's where my bedroom is, and her bedroom's in the back. But it doesn't matter how late we stayed up at night. And she usually goes to bed early, and I usually do too, but It's like I'd come downstairs, she's already having her coffee, and you know, she's already been up longer than me, and she's ready for breakfast, and I'm like, I need time to wake up. But that's it. Whoa, that's it. That was our week. It went by so fast and we knew it would. Like, we could have done a full week probably. We didn't get out a lot because she's been to DC before. And with COVID and everything, I'm still kind of on the fence. You know, I'm just kind of like, if Mike was here, we would probably have gotten out more. But she was good. She goes, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy to relax. And we just talked. So it was a lot of fun. So that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. I don't know when I will be posting another video. I have 2 style boxes I've already recorded, but they're not great. And I don't know, I'm just kind of like, you know, I'm not excited about them. One was a wannable, one was a was it Stitch Fix? No, it was a fashion. So if I might look at those and maybe post them, but probably not. I'll just wait. I'm expecting a Natalie attire, and I think that's it right now. So I'm just gonna kind of enjoy my family back in Cincinnati and post this vlog, interact with you guys this way. And until I see you guys again, thanks so much for watching. How do I usually end this? See, I threw myself off. I'm standing in front of the mirror or in front of the window because the lighting seems better. And I got a little distracted, a truck pulled up. So I'm just kind of like, what are they doing out there? I'm like, oh, that's my neighbor. Oh, she just got back in the town. She was in Germany. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. I really enjoy interacting with you guys and getting to know you more. So from my home to your home, everyone have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. And I messed that up, but everyone have a great day. Bye.